Hey there Nocturnals, I hope you've all been having a great day today. I'll tell you what I've been doing. I've been sort of building this game in Scratch, which is basically the simplest gaming building engine that I could find, really. Way simpler than Unreal or anything like that, but kind of sort of low budget type games or things like Pac-Man style or platform games, ideally, like 2D games rather than 3D games. So just been working on this little level, and I got to a certain point with it when I realized I needed to tweak a few little things, and those things were that one, I wanted to put an enemy in there. I've just been doing the walking cycles and things like that, trying to get all the motion working and suss that out perfectly. Took a little while of tweaking because I've been doing the tutorials at the same time, sort of leaping ahead as I do, and just working things out. But the first thing I want to do is I want this booty time frame to the booty time title to disappear after a few seconds. So I'm going to create a little command that makes it hide when the game starts, and then clicks back into place when you first click on the start game. I added in a Snail character, and this is how I imported the Snail character into Scratch. Just watch this. I've got each individual component of the Snail, and I import them into a sprite in the software. Then I've got to add some information to it so that it understands what it's supposed to do, where it's supposed to go. That's cool. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to make sure that, like, when Leroy actually collides with this little snail, something happens, that the game ends. At this point, that's all I'm doing. Just working out some functionality. So let's do that now. And while we're at it, we might as well make a little sound when it hits it. So we're going to make it say, "Hey," when Leroy hits it.
Hey!
Okay, so we've got our functionality. It's a really basic thing where Leroy has to hop over the snail. I just had to tweak a few of his jump settings because he wasn't jumping long enough to give him a chance against the snail. So I'm just going to do that by jumping into the code here and just making his jump a bit longer.
Hey!
Okay, much better. Okay, so the next thing to do, or one of the last things to do, for this little mini game thing that I've created, really basic. Obviously there's a few flaws, like I don't like the way in which the snail flips upside down when he's travelling back and forwards. I'll fix that. I fixed that with Leroy. I can fix it with the snail. So the next thing to do, I reckon, is let's put a game over graphic up there. So let's jump into the text settings and create a new sprite. And now we've got to add some functionality so the sprite comes up and shows itself when the game ends. So in order to do that, I have to broadcast when the game ends, because I've created this little impact that ends the game when Leroy hits the snail. So now let's broadcast out in the game so it says ends. So I'll create this little variable. That's cool. Now the next step is to create a listening variable so that when it hears at end, it can actually stop. So let's do that. That's in my events menu here in the scripts. Okay, so now it's going to end and the game over pops up. Not really liking the game over graphic that we've got, the sprite itself, so we're going to jump into Photoshop and create a custom one and then import it. Same as we did with the snails at the beginning. Okay, cool, we've created our custom game over, it's popped it in there, import it into the sprite as one of its costumes, and then delete the original part of the sprite, and then it's pretty much overwritten it, so let's do that. Alright, that's a lot better. Okay, so one last thing is I reckon that once it goes game over, it should play a little end song. So let's just import a song and put it in there so that when it ends, it plays this song. Choose something funky like this.
Hey!
Alright, it's working now, so it ends and it plays the music, but it's overlapping with the original music. So I'm going to go back into the function that creates the original music that plays all the way through it, and I'm going to create another broadcast that says starts. So when it starts, it plays our normal loop, and when it ends, it plays our end music. Let's see if this works.
Hey! Hey!
And that's it. That went really well. I think a few other things we need to play with now is we've got to put a little scoreboard in there. I'm not really 100% on the snail yet. We might keep the snail. We might try some dropping things from the sky. One thing we've got to figure out how to do is different levels. But that's a really good start, and I'm really impressed with the software. This is really cool, really easy to use software. You should give it a go. It's free software online. You have to sign up to use it, but it's well worth giving it a try if you're into doing some basic game development. Okay, that's all for me today. I hope you've hit your goals. If you haven't hit your goals, don't worry. There's always tomorrow, because today was just one day and the rest of your life. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.